Today I want to tell you why most Tanzanians think that you can go to Nigeria and buy witchcraft or superpowers.
Wool up, just wool up. What's a business, man?
What's up guys, my name is Justin Shady. I'm a content creator based in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. And today in this video I want to tell you why most Tanzanians think you can go to Nigeria and buy witchcraft or superpowers. If you're Nigerian, please don't be offended or be irritated by this video. I'm just giving you the views and how we think and what made us think that way.
I just show my concern.
Now, let me take you back to the 2000s. In 2000s here in Tanzania, we had less Tanzanian films. Most of the films came from Nigeria. We have few films from outside other countries of Africa, but Nigerian, you guys used to produce good films. I know even now we have good films, but back in 2000s, you guys took over the market here in Tanzania. Every household had a Nigerian film. I remember when I was young, my dad used to come home every single day with a Nigerian film. So we used to sit together as a family and to watch this film. But as a child, there was a challenge. These films were scary because most of them had witchcraft acts or scenes or any kind of supernatural incidents. Now that's when the perceptions of most Tanzanians changed, because most of the Nigerian films, it's either you find a pastor fighting with the witchcraft or with a group of witches or group of demons, like the way you see on Avengers or Star Wars, where there is a supernatural power, there is a fighting using some kind of energy. A pastor can hold a Bible and then stretch its end, and then something like fire or something like electricity or some kind of energy will come out and attack that witchcraft. That's how we used to enjoy Nigerian films. Or you can find a film that a woman bewitch her husband or puts him on the bottle, and some kind of those kind of stories shaped the way we think about Nigeria. Let me mind you that in the early 2000s, there was no music from Nigeria here in Tanzania. We had no any music from Nigeria. So we knew Nigeria based on the films. And what did most of the films told us? That there is a witchcraft and supernatural powers in Nigeria. I know it's just films, but you need to understand that films can change how we think. Like the way we watch in American movies, we know that American army is strong just because we used to watch those movies where there is a heroes from America or American soldiers went to another country and rescue people. So that's how we think about an American army. So the same way applies when we watch Nigerian films. You guys used to put in every film a witchcraft or any supernatural scenes that shape the way we think about Nigeria. So in the mid-2000s, Two-Face Idibia came with African Queen song. That song was a hit here in Tanzania. People started to pay attention to Nigerian music. We were surprised to see that there is musicians in Nigeria. We didn't know that there is musicians with such kind of genre from Nigeria. We thought that the only music we can hear from Nigeria is the music, the same music we hear from the films. So now we started to pay attention to Nigerian music. A little bit our perception started to change, and then P Square came, they took over the market. But there is something that remains. In the 2010s here in Tanzania, there was a rise of these miracle churches. Before that, we have these traditional churches like Lutheran or Roman Catholic, but now we have these pastors who rose to fame with supernatural stories, healing people, doing some supernatural things. And the story was that these pastors used to go to Nigeria to buy supernatural powers. Most Tanzanians thought that these pastors took their supernatural powers from Nigeria. I don't know why. So now we started to think, what we saw in the films is true. Nigeria is the supernatural hub, when you go to Nigeria, you can find a witch doctor, and that witch doctor can give you supernatural power for you to open your church, and you can do these miracles and all that. And some of the people had access to mega churches in Nigeria. We know that Nigeria is one of the leading countries in Tanzania with mega churches, biggest pastors that ever came from Africa. Now we started to hear these big names from Nigeria, pastors who do, or prophets or apostles who do miracles. Now we started to believe that these miracle pastors take everything they have from Nigeria. They go to Nigeria every now and then to be recharged. We didn't know that in Nigeria there was we can say that what we say, that movement, spiritual awakening in Nigeria. It was not something new to have these miracle churches. So these pastors from Tanzania used to hear about powerful pastors or men of God in Nigeria. So they used to travel and to go there just to listen to the seminar and to learn and to study and to be imparted. So when they come here, we thought, you went to Nigeria to be energized to these witch doctors. That's how us as Tanzanians used to think about Nigeria. But thank God now that has changed, because we got to understand Nigeria based on the music and the rise of social networks. Nigeria became most influential here in Tanzania based on their music, as it is to all over Africa. Nigerian music is so big here in Tanzania. We know like nearly all the big artists in Nigeria, and even our artists have collaborated with Nigerian artists, and we now enjoy different kind of movies. But that has been the perception for a long time. So if you're Nigerian, please don't be offended by this. That's how your movies made us think about you guys. But now Nigeria is like a second home, or a nation that we look up to. We learn, we enjoy the culture, we enjoy the way you guys speak, Abi. We know, we love your gospel music is so big here in Tanzania. We enjoy, you are so influential here in Tanzania. We do not see Nigeria as the spiritual hub in a way that of witchcraft, but we think Nigeria as the most creative nation in Africa. So thank you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and also to leave your comment down below. My name is Jason Shedi. Until the next video.